Well, I'm just in the final stages of making up a little gift. I go to the doctor 2 or 3 times a year, sometimes more, depending, because I'm an old faggot. And you never think you're going to get old or infirm or anything else, but there's a wonderful girl there, a nurse, and she's rather nice, and she's got 2 boys, and we talk, and I tell her me horrible jokes when I go there. And sometimes she laughs and sometimes she doesn't, but I know she's just putting up with me. And I always feel a bit embarrassed when you go to see younger people and they're looking at your feet and things like this. So, but she's very nice, and I was saying that I was on the net, and not the net, on the YouTube, and I said I'd made soap and that just to talk, I suppose, I don't know. And I said I made soap, and I said, would you like a couple? She said, oh yeah. But I don't think she really meant it. I think it's just something to get rid of me. But anyway, I've made her these little bits and pieces, and she always talks about her boys. She loves her boys. And I forget how old they are. I think, what, 6 and 8 or 7 and 8 or something around that age. I don't know what it is. And I made a Christmas card for her. I won't make one every year. I'm just making it this year just to say thank you for everything she does. And I never keep things up anyway. I do things on the drop of a hat, a spare of the moment, whatever, and then I tend not to do it anymore unless I'm forced into it. But this is a Christmas card I'm making, and I don't even know her name. That's as much as I know about her. I don't know her name. She must be in her 30s. Must be in her 30s, yeah. I don't know how old people are. They all look young to me. They all look younger to me, unless they look really old, and then they look older than me. But yeah, I've just been making it up. It's similar to the last one I did, which is I did it. It's on the YouTube. Which is this one. I've got to send it off. It's that one. It's quite similar, but it's a little bit darker, a little bit different. But I've followed the same routine on it virtually, but it's got a little bit more pizzazz with it, and it's a little bit darker, and I hope she likes it anyway. And I'm toying about what to put inside. Either this, I'll cut it out and make it something nice out of it, or use one of the capsule ones from oh, I keep forgetting the name of these people. They're Dough Crafts Paper Mania capsule collection. This is a French lavender one. I've only got the one because they're quite expensive, or reasonably expensive, but I've only put some of the things on, and I did a little bit of embossing on this. I had the picture, and the picture wasn't done on the paper I normally use, the shiny paper, so I've just embossed it on a 160 flat. But it seems to look all right anyway, and you can see it. It's quite noticeable. And so that's the arrangement I'm going to do for the outside. And I'm going to stick the ribbons back and everything else and put it all on. And I didn't have a blue one, so I put a white one in. It was quite pleasing. And I distressed the edges of the flower, and distressed the edges of the embossing that I'd done. And I've got to stick it all together yet. And these are some other things I was toying about, and that's my little logo. I'm going to put that on the inside of the first page, and that's going to go on the 3rd page, and then the last page I'm just going to put my logo bit. So that's what I'm doing for the card for her. She's ever such a nice girl, and God knows what she'll think when she gets this. And I'm giving her a couple of bars of my soap, and I put on it's Wilton Road soaps, and it's a bedroom boutique, and it's Nurse's Musk, so she'll love that, and a couple of other little bits and pieces. So I've tarted it up to make it look nice, and I've got 2, and they've got musk in them. I know they've got musk because I smelt them, and I've only been using musk this week. And 2 boys, I don't know the names. I know as much about them as I do about her, but I put number 1. And on the back I put my little logo, and I put Wilton Road Publishing, Homemade Bookbindings and Books, and I put Son 1, and on the other one I put number 2, and I put on it, I hope she's not offended, but I don't know what they call them, and that's Son 2. I don't know, one must be older than the other, so I don't think they're twins, but they're just not what I normally do, and I put a number 1 inside for the book so they can match the books up with the boxes, and that's number 2. And yeah, they're just the ordinary type books that I do, custom made for you by, and a picture, and I don't know anything about them. I've got no photographs. Normally I put a photograph in or something. I know something about people, but these children I know nothing about, and I've just put Wilton Road Publishing Homemade Notebooks, and I think they must be at school, so they'll probably take them to school or use them at school or throw them in the bin. I'm not bothered what they do with them once they've got them, as long as they seem to like them. Kids seem to like notebooks, especially when they're flashed up with little bits and pieces on that they like. I can't even put soldiers on or anything like that. I've got loads of things to put on them, but I can't put anything on them because I don't know what their interests are. They might be totally alien to what I put on, so I don't want to offend, so I'll just leave them as they are, sort of naked. So that's what I've been doing, and yeah, a couple of bars of soap, a couple of books for the boys, and a little card just to say thank you, because they are hard work. She always looks tired when I see her anyway. They worked off the peak, the poor souls, and she hasn't even really got time to talk to me, but she does. She puts on a brave face and talks, and she's ever so nice, and I like her anyway. So I shan't be seeing her. I'll probably pop it in and just say, give it to, I do know her name, but I'm not going to say it here just in case I put this on YouTube. I might put it on YouTube because I do like that card. I've got a thingy for that card on. Looks quite nice. Anyway, it's not stuck together yet. It's still in the process, so I'll add it if there's anything new or untoward I do. I'll add it on the end, and that'll be it. So I'll stop there anyway. And then if I've got anything else to add, then I'll put it on the back end. Well, this is the final bit. I did say I'd show you it when I finished it and put it on the end. And this is the, I'll see if I can catch this on the camera for you. It's Docraft's Paper Mania Capsule Collection, and it's French lavender, and it's these are the die cut notelets, which I haven't used, but the other ones you get the paper. I've used the paper and the flowers and the ribbons, and the organza ribbon at the back was from my friend, light purple and dark purple there, and the one on the right the wife's captured. She took that one for her sister. she said she liked that one, but she wasn't fussy about the other one, which I liked. But I've just tarted it up a bit, and I put a couple of my homemade bits and flowers on that. And the soap in the boxes are these soaps here, which are ones that I've made, which are not too good, and they musk, they smell. They've got I put musk in them to give them a musky smell, and they're two-tone, two layer, and the two boxes for the two children, for the which I've shown you, and the 2 bars of soap there for the nurse, and the card I did. I'll go around. I put a butterfly on it. I finished that up with a butterfly on the top there, and I didn't do anything really spectacular. I could have put glitter on it and things like that, but I think it's fussy enough as it is. And the back I put my little logo on. Cards and made by who, just to give it a card look at the back. And then inside I put the sentiments, which are the same as the other card, but they're done in a little bit different way, that's all. So, and I've put a smaller homemade cards made by etc etc on the side there, and I've put in the little sentiment inside, and I've got to put in from and to and all that sort of thing. So that's it. That's it in its finished state anyway. The wife quite liked it. She was quite impressed with it. So if she was impressed with it, I'm quite happy about it. And most of the things, I'm glad to say, were from Ted, my friend in Hartlepool. He's got a good eye for bits and pieces, and the other bits I bought myself. And if anybody's interested in any of this at all, I don't suppose many people are. And I don't get much interest in my cards. I don't get a lot of interest in my soaps. It's my books that I get more interested in than anything else. The bookbinding side of me ventures. But I do candles as well, but I'm going to have to slow down on something. I don't mind making cards and don't mind making books. The rest of it is getting a bit of a headache. But yeah, I'm finding soaps a bit beyond me now. It's getting a bit hard to do, but I do my best. And I can show you how to make the boxes for the soaps. I can show you how to make the soap. I can show you how to make these boxes and the books inside them, which are these things, which are just notebooks. I've done several of these. I've got plenty of notebooks, and they're all much of it. That's a blue inside, and it's got number 1 because it's number 1 son. And I know you've seen this anyway, but they're just notebooks, and they've got more pages than an average notebook, and they've got a hardback, and they're stitched and sewn and glued, so they'll last a long time. They should last a long time anyway. And they'll put up with the rigours of childhood, kiddies that want to play with them. That's about it. I can show you how to make how I manufacture any of these if you're interested, or if you leave me a comment on YouTube, I'll go ahead and make it. But I'm not going to really make it if doing a video if nobody's really interested. And all the flowers I make for myself, but all these things are done on the internet by the girls. All these rosebuds and roses and things, they're all, and the flowers and the leaves and everything, they're shown by the girls. I've just copied things from the girls. The boxes and things from ideas on the internet, and the little bits I put on the front of there is just bits from other bits that I've stuck on, and letters and figures I've got from my friend Ted. And yeah, so that's it, finished. And I'm not going to make a tutorial of this. I can do, and I will do if people want me to, but at the moment I'm not going to bother. It's just for interest, if anybody's interested, or just a different slant on how to make a card by me. But the girls do it rather well anyway, so I don't suppose much will happen. But I enjoyed making them, so I'll put them on, and I'll make another few of these until I finish off my stock, and then I'll probably go into making something else. But I think I'm pretty set in my cards now. The standard card that I make is something similar to these, with a variation on the front and things like that. But I'll put all my equipment down and what I do and how I do it and what equipment I use if anybody's really interested. Anyway, I'll stop there and stop bubbling, and I hope you've enjoyed watching.